Hello. So doing another short live stream. Over the weekend, I managed to get our Chewy dependency graph playing nicely, mostly, I think, hopefully. So now I'm going back to something that had been kind of working properly before. But yeah, needed some changes because of the dependency graph stuff, which is running containers. So yeah, we'll get right into it, and hopefully we can get a container or two or 12. No, maybe not 12, but like maybe 6 containers up and running. I'm gonna hope for like 1 or 2 today. Hopefully we can get more of them up and running later. So I shall share my screen. Here it is. Is that right? Yep, that's right. Okay, cool. Close that. And let's see, what can we get up and running today? CD demo. So in here we have our functional demo, our demo project. Okay. So what next? Let me Docker network. Okay, so I do have one. Okay, so the thing is, I have run the deploy command a couple times. And by deploy, I technically mean the dev command, dev start command, but that runs deploy dev and deploys to our local Docker host. But Docker, oh, I thought. Okay. So we don't have anything being run there. The infrastructure, this runs Chewy deployment. Yeah, we can see that got created. I think the last time I live streamed, I was trying to fix this whole thing with the with how Pulumi, when you log in locally, you can't do multiple projects. So you can do multiple stacks and share between them, but not between projects. So yeah, so here we go. We've got dev Docker development host. Has a stack in here. The next service I want to get up and running is Ori Kratos database Postgres. Looks like we do. Oh, but that's not right. It should not be called dev Postgres. I did fix something that was broken before though. Let's see. Also, let's see why dev stack volume path network. We want a stack reference. Let's start by just saying dev stack. I'm doing this in here just to experiment real quick, but ideally we should do this in the not in the running demo. Okay. Dev Postgres, that's not the one. So, graph, build dependency graph. The thing that I had done that was problematic is using the wrong ID. So we want get deployed component ID. Where do we build the name of the, okay. If I go back here, yeah. Command, I think this is where we get the name of the stack under deploy. Get installed component definition. Stack name. Oh, I have a new stack name. And get component ID. I did switch to slashes, which might be a problem. That's not. I could do a double dash. I don't know. Okay, so I like the slashes because they match the directories. But I do see that they're not exactly ideal. Yeah. That's ugly, right? Double dash. About an underscore. I also like to think of these as I want them to play nice with URLs. The underscore. The underscore is fine, but not great. Dot? Can it be a dot? Okay. Does that work with Pulumi? I feel like that might not work. Let's see. So for Pulumi, the naming convention is pulumi.stackname.yaml. So as long as it starts with Pulumi dot and ends in .yaml, presumably everything in between should be fine, right? Look at double dash. Is that acceptable in like, It's funny, I don't actually know. I'm just gonna look that up. Can I double dash acceptable in URL? Yeah, but in name, host name. It's legal in domain name. Some TLDs allow as many consecutive dashes as you want. Others seem to have specific rules about their positioning. Ugh. In general, double hyphens are allowed. However, it should not be possible because they may not occur on the third and fourth position, except when writing ID and labels. But that's all very Awkward. I don't know, what's a thing that I could use that's well, you know what? I think it's fine. Okay. Seems like it's okay. That means there's another place. Get installed component definition. Get deployed component ID. So then we could have something like my project name, or I don't know, staging dash dash service dash dash something, my API dot myprojectname.com. It's a little ugly. It's long, but ideally you could replace that and use a CNAME, or I don't know, something along those lines. Okay, but for now we do need that to be compatible as a file for a Pulumi thing. Okay, so where did we do that? Where did we use that just now? It was in deploy. Stack name. Create or select stack. Dev env name. You know, technically, that is just what we were looking at, the deployed component ID. Oh, I think I edited this one to just be, okay. Let's just get rid of this. RM RF demo. Cool. Start from scratch. Okay. We'll start with that component. Commands. Oh no, we'll do it in component commands. Git status, git switch IDs to use double dash as separator. Oh, I ran into it wouldn't build earlier. Like some tests failed, but they failed for things that made no sense. So I want to run tests in here and see what happens. On some level, I kind of feel like I should be waiting, should write these tests later. It is. I find it truly a pain to run these tests against like, ooh, that is the thing that was failing earlier. Why did that used to work and now it doesn't? It actually like get installed component definition. Like that is a thing that does work. Node child process, where in here? Oh, what? Exec sync. In here. Oops, no, not that, sorry. Here. Should I switch this to just child process? Does that work? Maybe it. Oh God. Well, let's see what happens here first. So get installed component definition. So Get installed component definition. That's the one, right? Run command. Okay, so those. Okay, so now something else is breaking. Oh god. Okay, well maybe we won't be running a container today. Fail console debug Docker development host. Component with that name does not exist. Well, this is deeply frustrating. Why? I know this works. Why doesn't it work in the test? That's where's the output from at? Docker development host type infrastructure. So it's the same. So here it's failing because Docker development host infrastructure somehow cannot be found. This one, same thing, cannot be found. Okay. Does not exist. Does not exist. Does not exist. And let's see. Why is it looking for that? Let's try and well, because it's not installing it. But why is it searching for it? What's the test? Install component test. Install component test. So we install Next.js. This is why I kind of feel like I almost shouldn't be doing these just yet. Like at one point I thought this stuff was a bit more stable and I had a better idea of like how it would all work. But that kind of stuff almost like just kind of appears as you build and it changes. And I don't have the time, frankly, to change a bunch of tests every time it changes. Let's see. Install component, check definition. It's the install component, get component or get installed component definition. Check definition. So that's this. Get installed component definition. Where name is name. Check definition. Get installed component definition. Thing that I don't get. Okay, I'm gonna try that one all on its own. Okay. Let's figure out component name. Looks like it's testing for the development host. Shouldn't be. Why is that? What? Why is install component test? Okay, so we're not getting there. Weird. Let's do this. Saw it. Component name Next.js. Install component. And these are kind of just like. Yeah, it can't install the component. Okay. So somewhere in here, setting up configuration file. Get componenter. Oh. Yeah, because we expect. Okay, yeah, the expectations have changed. The default thing that we do is do I want to deal with this right now? Oh, really? This is so annoying. I don't want to do this. Should I rate this test real quick? Okay. Essentially for whoop, whoop. So for every component that is not an infrastructure component, we depend on the Docker development host. So there's an expectation that it should already be installed because it should be the first thing to install. And so if we look at init here, install a component, the components of required components. So here in required components, Docker development host, something about installing required components. Maybe I should double check that that is create environment first. Install component. Whoa, wait. Oh. Yeah, because okay. I think auto install dependencies. Hopefully this works. I think that's yeah. So everything depends. So it should install the dependency. I guess it doesn't. Why doesn't it? Oh god. All of this stuff works outside of the tests. Okay, install component. Does it get to nope. Still see my, no, you can't. Okay. This is very annoying. We're going to switch to build dependency graph. Okay, share and show on stream. Okay. Install. Can install Wallaby and Quokka. The thing is, things are fast for. Ooh, they run the test fast, but you know, if you're doing stuff that is slow, like cloning a bunch of stuff and doing a lot of reads and writes from the file system. And the tests are still slow, which is annoying. Okay. Let's start exclusive test run. Oh, now we need to be in the install component test. I guess we're not getting our containers up and running today. Do start exclusive test run. Am I missing something? Why I thought this was run. Actually, I haven't used it in a few weeks or a couple months or something, so. It's not giving me the commands here either. Usually it gives me the something not. No, I don't want it to run everything at the same time. Stop. Start exclusive test run. Okay. It's doing something. All right. This is what we wanted. What's the, oh, click to locate. I just want to know when. Okay, so we get into install a component. Where does it fail? It doesn't run this auto install dependencies and definition dependencies to length. Oh. Oh, so it's not marked as a dependency. Yeah. I could just say, okay, on some level, we need to tell every component that is not an infrastructure component that it is dependent on. Oh no, but you don't want to install. It's not a dependency. It's like a global dependency. Okay, I think it is fair to then say in here, we just want to install a component for component components. No. Sources. That's the Chewy component names. Just Docker development host URL should be component sources, Docker development host, version, Chewy version, sure. Host output. It's just kind of a weird test and that like doesn't. I mean, maybe linking should be specified. Like you should say that you want to link something, not just do it. But you would never install a component. The project by default will have the Docker development host installed. Okay. Stop debugger. Just remove that, I guess. It was about to run. See, this is the thing, is like with other things, this can run a lot more easily and smoothly, but when you're doing all of the stuff that we have to do, I feel like it's a little slow. Cool. Okay, so that's it. Let's start everything and see what happens. I need to duplicate this in a few places. Get installed component definition. That's also going to fail because it doesn't do this. Show me the file. That might be something else. Root install path. And this is a whole like thing. Install output. Install test project. Okay, all right. So that's all of our tests working. Git status, git add, git commit, Docker dev host should install in all tests before installing any components. Cool. All right. Gonna switch back to our other. Let's get back to what we were doing for the last 10 minutes before I want to have dinner. Let's see. So I think part of what I was hoping to do is tag I'll do that. And we shall also Chewy actions. Let's see here. Okay, let's see if this goes all right. Actually, did it also already run a minute ago? Oh, but that's, yeah. 20 hours ago, 20 hours ago, a minute ago. A minute ago. Now, okay, so this is hey. Our tests ran in here as well. That's nice. Excellent. Makes me happy. Sweet. Alrighty. So let's see. Okay, the reason I want to get oh yes. So the thing that I want to do here is we want to go to component commands. Is this where we want to do it? Yeah, commands, deploy, index. The name we want here is essentially dev name, component def. Oh no, we absolutely do not want the component definition.name. That is not, because then we'll have conflicts. Yeah. We want the ID. So there's two things. Component definition is like the name of the source component, so like Postgres. But the ID is, for example, Ori Kratos Postgres, like the Postgres database that we're running for Kratos. So what we want is, well, really what we want is for this to be done. And then we can just install it from in here. I'm thinking of switching away from Yarn. I don't know if anyone has any thoughts on that. I've run into a couple issues lately that make me question the choice. The component commands Yarn Chewy lib. What are we at? 35? Yep. Come on. Oh, I guess you couldn't see when I was. I need to figure out how. Like, I have good reasons for not wanting to just share my whole screen. You know, what with like my emails and stuff like that being there. But remembering to switch back and forth between the browser and the IDE or whatever isn't I don't know, not used to it yet. I've got this little like Stream Deck that I bought a while ago for reasons that I'm not entirely convinced made sense, but I feel like it would be good to kind of make use of that to quickly switch back and forth between things. But also, I'm not sure if the app that I'm using to do the stream actually would support that. Alrighty. So we've upgraded. And now in here, we should be able to say Chewy. Should be able to say chewy.components.get deployed component ID. I feel Mm. This is annoying. I did not make the deployed component ID. Like these duropts should be optional. It looks like I didn't do that. So that's a pain. I could just do the name, which for now should be fine. Get install a component, get component name. Okay. Environment is oh, environment. There it is. Is that a problem? String or undefined? Let's just say that if component name, if not component name, row, roll with that. That should do it. In the meantime, get deployed component ID. Let's make this optional. Oh, so I'll make it optional, I guess. We'll just do that or undefined. Awkward. Fix that later, I guess. Make drops optional. Okay, now we're gonna do something a little repetitive and annoying, but it's fine. Okay, so we get the deployed component ID. So it'll be something like Pulumi dot dev dash dash or Kratos Postgres. No, dev dash dash service dash dash or Kratos Postgres dash dash. Something like that. YAML. It's gonna be it's an obnoxiously long name. Yes, that's okay. We need something specific to identify it. Especially because we can't do different project names. So, oh, also the project name. I feel like that should be the ID. I don't love it, but I think it should. That's annoying. To do. It is used to identify it. Okay, well, we'll roll with it for now. Alrighty. So this, I think, makes sense. Status. Whoops. Status. Get add. Okay, and then here's the nice, tedious stuff that we got to do. Go to components, and we'll do the ones that we're actually using. So, cd Docker development host, and here I've got a got this command saved. Oh. Conflict. Okay. Great. Commands. I guess we can just do that. Is that gonna... It would have been nice if we could just figure out which directory is being run in. Docker development host, chewy commands, source commands, deploy index, source commands, deploy index. Just double checking. Tree project name, tree component name, project config name. Whoa. Did I do this right? Oh, yeah. Okay. Yep. So we want incoming and incoming, which right now that doesn't look right because we haven't. Surprised there wasn't anything wrong with the yarn lock. Or is there? Hmm. Oh, I guess because yeah, well, that's fair. Status fix conflicts, run git commit. Cool. All right, so next we'll do. Also, I am going to. I'm going to fix that pull component command subtree. It's this awkward thing where I don't know if someone wants to explain this to me. Basically, pull component commands, pull component deployment. Essentially, pulling a subtree seems to fail unless I do git status first. If I don't do git status, it seems to think there are changes to the working tree, even though there are not. I would not expect git status to update to change anything, but for some reason it seems to. So I just updated the command, pull commands. See, now I've added git status at the beginning. Actually, no, I'll just show you again. If I don't do that, every time working tree has modifications, cannot add, then I do git status. It says there's nothing, working tree clean, and then I do that again, and cool, we're all good. Super strange and super annoying. What's the next one we want to do? We'll do nest.js. Nest full commands. Cool. Then next. Ooh, conflicts. Why do we have conflicts here? Oh. Yeah, okay. We're going to accept both and remove that one, and then Chewy and yarn. Okay. So can do that in a couple others as well. Status. Ooh, that's a thing. Did I do that with the previous ones? Let's check. Don't think I pushed. It's taking a weirdly long time. All right. CV.Astra. Cool. Hey, I did push that one. Nice. All right. So now I don't think we'll run into any conflicts with these ones. Pull commands. Okay. And do for Postgres, I think, is our last one. Postgres. Alrighty. Sweet. Okay. So most of these, like Next.js, will it have, I forget if yeah, so most of these will just do nothing when we run the deployment, which is kind of what we want. I think Postgres, that one does have yeah, so we have a deployment script here. I think that's the most important thing for now. Let's try and run a just a Postgres database. That would be nice, right? That would be nice. There's a thing I still need to figure out in terms of like structuring where, like somehow we need to determine where we're going to store the Docker file for that, which, you know, I'm not sure. Somewhere, maybe it is just in the deployment directory. Oh, but like on some level, we want people who use the Chewy stack to not have to think about Docker files and think about how their environments are configured. That's part of what we're offering as value is, hey, we'll just make sure this all runs for you. But it should probably also be set up in a place where you can change it if you want. Which the stuff in Chewy in here, you can change, but you probably shouldn't. Maybe the deployment directory does make sense. I think if anything, you should be allowed to change the deployment directory, like stuff in the deployment directory, but not the commands. Okay. All right. Let's install something new. Or actually, I want dinner. Git status. Modified content. What's the modified content in CLI? Git status. Let's do this. Yarn lprod. It's not really anything important. Okay, so here we're switching back to our production npm library. And that should allow us to status. Whoops, get switched back to prod. Alrighty. So I think that's it for tonight. I'm gonna go get some dinner, but we fixed some stuff in our tests, and hopefully next time we can get some containers up and running across all of these components and get them all nicely networked and running in a local development environment and sort of managed and coordinated by Chewy. Yeah, so thanks for anyone who does end up watching this, and hopefully we can get this up and running soon. Good night.